Hi, I'm Jennifer Wild, and you're listening to Sober Exposure. If it's about recovery, we're gonna cover it. It's like one big therapy session, but it's free. So thanks for joining our dysfunctional family as we uncover recovery with Sober Exposure. Let's go. Sober Exposure. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Is this like old school? Do kids still do this?
Nah. Honestly, it's still hip. So
it is.
go.
All right,
Rock
cool.
on.
All right, I'm
Rock
still
on.
hip. All right, so the old lady, Sober Exposure with Lil Josiey, and I mean this young man is just such an inspiration and so incredible. And let me just tell you, I was a teenage alcoholic as well. I walked into my first AA meeting in 1988. I don't think that you were even a glimpse in your parents' eyes in 1988.
Nah, definitely not.
That was so long ago. You were still in your other life. You hadn't even been. But anyway, yes. So you're sober. You're here. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Oh, well, Josie, how long have you been sober?
I've been sober for about like a year, just about.
Okay, that fucking is rock star status. 20 years old, a year.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
like you're not even the drinking age yet. Listen, don't fall into this trap when you turn 21.
Nah, because honestly, I witnessed a lot in my past, and like honestly, thinking about it now, I don't even want to touch it because it doesn't even brighten your future. It really doesn't.
You're amazing. I need you to sit down and talk to my almost 17-year-old who's a guitar player too, Hunter. By the way, Lil Josiey, everybody, welcome to Sober Exposure. Just to give you the warm welcoming that we always give. But we just jumped right into things here. Lil Josiey. I have a 16-year-old guitar player son, and he doesn't touch drugs, doesn't do alcohol, nothing like that. But he's a computer addict, and it's the same thing. But that's another show.
Yeah,
that's another show.
Yeah, it's another show.
So, all right, tell me a little bit about where you came from, who you are, drug of choice, like just qualify that you belong here with all of us.
So I come from this little small town in Amsterdam, New York. It's upstate New York. Probably has like a population of like maybe 3,000-4,000. Honestly, my drug of choice was really psychedelics, and I really like drinking a lot too, for the most part. But honestly, that has affected me so much that I don't even want to touch it now because it changed who I was as a person. Like my mental state after wasn't the same as I was going into it. And I regret even touching it over the fact of that I can't think straight no more. I have to be on medicine now because of it.
So you burnt out your brains with psychedelics, which
for sure
is a touchy subject because I'm not going to talk about it here on this podcast. I'll talk about it on another podcast about psychedelics. But yeah, I mean, your drug of choice, you got to stay away. Drinking, obviously. And as a teenager, do you still find like you had to like find your sober tribe? Like how bad is it out there?
Dude,
talk to like. Okay, so let's say that just say your mother's listening and your mother has a son that is struggling with alcohol, and what did your parents do? Did you come? Did they do anything? Did they intervene, or it was just all from you?
Honestly, I hid most of it from my parents because I didn't want to let them down. I personally, I used to get high a lot and then hide it from my mom. So like she really never knew until I came out and I was open to her about it. And she was really loving and supporting to me because she really, if it wasn't for my mom, I probably wouldn't be here. Like she honestly grounded me to the point where it's like, I don't need this stuff because she went through the same thing that I did. So that was kind of a testimony to me to say, if my mom can do this and get through this, I don't need it,
So your mom's in recovery?
Yeah, for sure. But she hasn't touched it in years, like anything. She used to be like really bad, but she's sober and she's doing good and she's working hard and I'm super proud of her.
You still live with her?
Yeah, I'm living with her right now.
Where is she?
We are up in Perth, New York.
No, I meant what room is she in? I'd love to meet her, but forget it. It's about you, Josie. Josie said, no. It's about you. We'll meet your mom another time. But I think that's great. And then, so one more thing, like, if your mother didn't see, like for me, there was no hiding it. Like my parents knew when I was your age that I was an alcoholic and addict, and they just kept enabling me because they were in denial. They didn't want to know. And I was the one, inevitably, just like you, I was a senior in high school. Everybody was going to college, Ivy League colleges, and I went to an Ivy League treatment center. And I did that myself because my mother was in such denial. She was like, "What will the neighbors think?" And I'm like, "Dude, mom, listen, I got to go to treatment." And she was pretty humiliated because we grew up in this like town, upper middle class, white picket fence. Meanwhile, everyone's all fucked up behind the picket fence, So what would you tell parents, what some warning signs are if they have a feeling maybe something's going on with their teenager and they don't know?
The warning signs that I would give parents is if your kids seem quiet and distant, then there's probably something wrong. Because
did you change your friends? Did you change your tribe?
Hang out with myself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically because all these people, or at least my friend group and like where I'm at right now, they all want to get high. And it's not like I don't want to hang out with them. I don't want to be around that because it's just going to drag me down at the end of the day. So lately I've just been working on myself, and I've been hanging out with myself and learning to appreciate the fact that I have to love myself at the end of the day and be okay with being alone. I was having a really struggle with being alone a lot, but I realized that I'm the only person you really got at the end of the day.
I agree and disagree. So yes, it's true, but and I'm not here to give you any advice because I'm not in any position to give advice because I'm like in the worst place in my life right now, and I admit it. Like not the worst place in my life. No, there could be worse places, but I'm not in the best frame with my mental health.
Yeah.
But Josie, you know what? It's a we thing, whether it's AA, whatever it is, whatever realm of recovery. I would love to see you out in a community with other musicians that are sober, that are your age, because it scares me. That scares me a little bit that you're doing it by yourself. Yes, at the end of the day, we were born alone, we die alone, but we're here to walk each other home. That's my favorite saying. So there's my motherly advice to you. So one of the things you do, I know, to help you with your recovery is you're into your music, which is such a great outlet. It's like therapy, right?
Yeah, for sure. It helps me let go of a lot of stress that's built up and a lot of the negative energy. It helps me release it.
So before we get to that, I just want to talk about like your last drunk or your last high. Was it just like an epiphany? Like I got to stop this, or was it like one day you stopped? How did you stop?
I just really had a really bad episode where like I got into manic depression, and it got to the point where I was like, I don't want to feel this way no more. This isn't for me. I have a lot of people that care about me and a lot of people that support me, and by doing this, I'm letting them down. And I don't want to let no one down, I want to make people proud of me, and I want to inspire people. And I know if I start drinking the bottle, it's not going to inspire anybody.
No, but you inspired over 1 million people on YouTube with your new song. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. You got over 1 million hits.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, for sure.
You got a hit record, baby. I'm an ex-radio personality. I worked in rock and roll radio for 25 years.
Yeah.
And, you definitely got some skills. I love the way you write, and you wrote a song called Letting Go, which is something that, that's something that I'm kind of struggling with right now, is just letting go of a lot of things, and acceptance as well. So
yeah, that's what I'm at right now too. But that's why I made this album, just so like if I'm having that problem, I could just like listen to it and I'm like, all right, this is what I gotta do,
Who were your influences? Who did you listen to growing up? You still are growing up, babe. No.
So I listened to a lot of like Juice WRLD and Lil Peep and XXXTentacion. They're not.
Oh, I love XX. I don't. Oh my God. I live right by him.
Yeah.
And he got shot like right in my neighborhood. I was so upset.
Dude, that's sad, dude.
in Florida. I remember that day. I had just actually gotten out of rehab that day, and
Yeah,
I'm sad
dude.
and
Honestly,
lonely.
yeah, dude. Their music has saved my life. Honestly, if I put it that way, it saved my life. So,
All right. How about the almost 52-year-old that knows who you're talking about? Like
yeah,
my son doesn't even like that music. That's just because I try and stay, I'm just
yeah,
kidding. I'm just kidding. I didn't know any of those other artists. The only reason why I knew that artist is because I happened to have been in rehab and they would listen to all that in the druggy buggy. And I was like,
nah,
I
you're
like this
cool,
guy.
Jen. You're hip. You know all of today's music. That's hip.
I try and roll with it, man. I try not to just stick to Led Zeppelin, but it's always my go-to.
Yeah,
So, all right, writing music. How do you learn how to write music? You just write it down? Like how?
So my process on writing music is I come up with like a melody first. Like I'll hear like humming in my head like and then I'll fill it in with words that will connect to people, and that like if I'm feeling alone, I'll start writing about feeling alone, but I know that there's other people that are like that, so I won't just say I'm feeling alone. I'll say we're feeling alone.
Great tip. What a
Yeah.
great. That's I love it. And that's instead of like extension, whatever his name is, like I'm sad and lonely. You're like, we're sad and lonely.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
sad.
yeah.
All right, babe. Just like I am not even gonna procrastinate anymore, Josie. I want you to play for Sober Exposure, your new single, Letting Go, that's gonna drop in a couple days. So what, November 24th, right?
25th.
Oh, 25th. The whole album, the whole
Yeah,
LP.
the pre-save link drops 25th. I'm super excited.
So are we. Give us a taste.
All
Come
right.
on. Lil Josiey, letting go right here. Sober Exposure. World premiere exclusive.
Fell in love with you, baby. Your eyes are shooting stars. I might not get to realize who you really are. 'Cause you're high up and I'm down low. And I don't know which way to go, so I'll keep on writing these songs, and I don't wanna move on. No time to panic, I'm romantic when I'm in the shorty. My favorite waste of time, you're worth more than money. You're always on my mind, and now you know it's true. I'm moving mountains, baby, just to get to you. I can't stop now, I know you still love him. No matter how I try, it seems hopeless. I'm running out of time, stuck in the moment. I'll always wait for you, well now you know it. And I'll still wait for today. For one day I know that you love me. You're a lifetime away, and that's why I'm always headstrong. And I'll still wait for today. For one day I know that you love me. You're a lifetime away, and that's why I'm always headstrong. I fell in love with you, baby. There's beauty in your flaws. Here's a reminder, if you get lonely, your love for who you are. Torn through different countries now until the show up after show. So I'll tell you I love you now, because with life you never know. Shorty, I just need you here on top of me. I'm blowing up, there's no stopping me. You're my cure, I need a remedy. Now when I'm numb, when I'm stuck down on memories, now I just need you next to me. If it's not you, babe, just let me be. You're always enough. Tell me you're always enough. Just let go and show me your trust. And I'll still wait for today. For one day I know that you love me. You're a lifetime away, and that's why I'm always that strong. And I'll still wait for today. The one day I know that you love me. You're a lifetime away, and that's why I'm always that strong. The way that I feel's always bound to let go, but constellations pointing to the next goal. If it's me and you, babe, then let's go. I'll never waste my time. I know you love me. What is it about you? You're so lovely. Long after you're gone, I know you'll haunt me. Baby, see the truth. There's no one but me. I'll love you till the end of time, until I'm gone. Love you now and I don't wanna let go. Heart beating fast, I hear your echoes running through your mind. Just say you love me, cause all that's on my mind, it's never ending.
Oh my gosh. That's so awesome. I'm so jealous of that ability that outlet, to be able to do that.
Yeah,
And
dude, it's such
so
a blessing, dude.
it's a recovery song, yes, letting go, but also I think you had a girl on your mind.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Dude, these girls aren't good. These girls aren't good.
Girls aren't good. They're all bitches. I'm telling you, don't. And just wait till you get your hit record. Then they're really,
no,
stay
dude,
away,
they're already coming in now, and it's like,
get a puppy.
yeah,
these
dude,
girls
I already
aren't
have
good.
a dog, so we're good.
Yeah. The girls, I don't know if it's harder for a woman to deal with a man or a man, probably a guy to deal with a fucking woman. I think.
Yeah,
so,
dude, honestly, because after you break up, I think a guy goes through it worse than a girl does. Because, well, I don't know.
I think it depends on the person. I go completely 100% psychotic. So
yeah, yeah.
So does this girl know that this song's about her?
Oh yeah, for sure. I told her.
Oh God.
Yeah.
If some guy wrote a song about me like that,
yeah,
I would be back with. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my thing. I used to date musicians and beg them to write a song for me. And some guy in the early 80s decided he would, and he named the song Slammin' Sally.
Yeah.
The song that was written about me is called Slammin' Sally. My name's Jennifer, by the way, Jennifer Beth. But he's like, I wanted you to keep your anonymity because it's a really dirty song.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love you. So, all right. I want you to get into a community with other sober musicians,
Yeah, that's what I've been really trying to work on. And I've been working with Road Recovery. I don't know if you know who they are.
Talk about it. That's how I found you. And I want to talk about Road Recovery for sure, because I found you on their Instagram page and I saw you performing. I'm like, I gotta have this dude, man, Yeah. So tell me about that. What is it, Road Recovery?
So Road Recovery is basically the sponsorship to help get youth and teens off of drugs and to focus on music. And the way I found them was truly a blessing, because I just stumbled upon this clubhouse because I used to walk around Amsterdam all the time. And this guy, John Sumter, he pulled me to the side and he's like, hey, you like music? We're starting up a music program. And I was just doing music and I was like, yeah, I'd really like to do that. And so we just really hit it off from there. He actually got me a couple of shows. He helped me perform at the Amsterdam Bonfire for the high school, which was super dope. And like the vibe was awesome and everybody loved it. And dude, it was so good. But so later on, I don't even know how Road Recovery got involved with Creative Connections Clubhouse, but ever since then, they asked me to be a part of it. And then I did a show at the beginning when they all started off, and they're like, wow, this could really change a lot of people. And I think I really influenced them a lot to keep going, because they told me that themselves. And for me to even be an inspiration to that company, like, that means a lot to me. So.
Have you ever had anybody come up to you, maybe that you knew from the past or whatever, and was like, Lil Jos, listen, dude, I'm struggling. I can't get off the psychedelics, or, shooting dope or whatever? Have people come to you and have
Yeah,
you been
for
able to do
sure.
that one-on-one?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
My best influence to tell them you can't do it by yourself because your spirit is weak. You need God.
See, I was gonna say, Joe, wait, you're contradicting yourself because you said you want to do things alone and you don't hit it. So but I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Talk more about that.
It's hard because even though I still have faith in God, I still feel alone. I don't understand why. I think it's just one of them feelings that I have to feel personally for myself, so that way I can express it for others, so that way they don't feel alone themselves. That's what I'm starting to come to.
I think everybody to some extent feels alone, just like the old saying, I could be at a party with hundreds of people and I just feel alone,
Yeah.
And I just think that's part of our humanness. But what you said about God being, because whatever 12 step, no 12 step, whatever I do, I'm a firm believer that there will be no recovery unless there's some form of higher power, higher
Yeah, for
guidance to
sure.
carrying
Yeah.
us. Um, how does someone at your age find that? It's kind of tough, especially if you grew up like your parents made you go to church. Like me, my parents made me go to temple, and it was so freaking boring. It was all in Hebrew. I was like, what the fuck? I just want to go in the parking lot and freaking smoke a joint
Yeah.
and stare at that little cutie that was across it,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, for sure. So my dad kind of raised me up in a church, but I didn't really care because I witnessed my dad being not the best dad, and he was really addicted to drugs his whole life. So he wasn't really the best dad for me. So I would always look at that and I would be like, dude, what the heck is this guy doing? Like, how are you gonna sit there and tell me that some God loves me and then like you go and do that to me? So that was like my biggest contradiction for a while, but like I had to learn that it's not about the people, because people will always do you wrong, but God will never do you wrong. So that's what's really influencing me the most to keep strong. And it's not only just God, it's the fans. If I didn't have people who cared about me, dude, I don't know where I'd be, honestly.
We love you and we need you. We need you. You're so important. You are so important to parents out there that are struggling with kids that are, addicted. Also, you're so important to your own age group and community to show those late teens, early 20s that you can fucking get sober, and you're not too young to be an addict. I was a full blown addict at age 16, full blown addict at 16. And then, the whole 21. Oh, I'm turning 21. I remember when I turned 21, I walked into a bar and I showed the guy the ID and he was like, wait, but you've been coming in here for like years. How are you just 21? It's like, because today I'm giving you my real ID.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, just, keep inspiring. Again, you talked about the collaboration that you're doing. If somebody wants to get involved with, it's road recovery?
Yeah, for sure.
And
they're actually having a concert down on East Main Street, down at the Creative Connections Clubhouse, December 9th. I'm really looking forward to it. They're doing a live stream on their channel.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be really cool, and I'm super excited. I've been handing
They got Steven Tyler on the bill, too, from Aerosmith. And no, I'm just
dude, I wish, dude. That'd be so dope.
Josie, you and I, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. You and I together, baby.
For sure.
All right?
For sure.
We're going to
Dude, my mom will start crying. My mom is the biggest Steven Tyler fan.
Oh, I have to show your mother my pictures with me and Steven. I used to talk to Steven about back in the day in the 90s when I worked at in a station in Cleveland. He would come in all the time.
Yeah.
And I would cry to him and be like, I can't get sober, Steve. I can't. And he'd be like, give me a hug on that. That was always his answer. Give me a hug on that. I need to talk to your mother. Yeah. Steve's a great guy. And we're going to get him. 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 So, all right, baby. We'll be seeing way more of you because I know that you're just going to blow up. And the song Letting Go also, that was the acoustic version. I just want to, like, the real version's different.
Yeah, that was off my album Letting Go. The song was called Synesthesia.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Synesthesia.
Yeah.
I love that. Synesthesia. That is freaking cool.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you did psychedelics.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta tell you, Joes, I love you, but you look a little high, a little bit. I know you're not.
No,
But your
I'm
eyes
not.
are like-
It's just I'm tired of it.
I know it's very early in the morning, and also I know they have you on. You take meds for everything. I'm just
Yeah, I
like,
do take meds.
that's fine. I mean, I'm all about that. Don't worry about it. You were not on a sober show. I had a sponsor once tell me that because I was on meds for my mental illness, which
Yeah.
is so fucking prominent right now.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not sponsoring you because you're blocked from the sunlight of the spirit. I'm like, okay, when you get a medical degree, you come back and talk to me, bitch, because I am not going off my psych meds. Right. Yeah. I mean,
Dude.
but anyway, so that's another podcast for another time.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Let's rock it out. I love you. We'll be following you, and then
you,
give yourself.
Jen. Come on, dude.
I'm pretty badass. So plug your Insta. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Lil Josiey. It's LILJOSIEY, and it's the same for everything: Twitter, SoundCloud, TikTok. So
Lil Josiey. Oh yeah, I'm TikToking it out, bro.
Dude, I seen you, dude. I seen you all working out the other day.
Yeah, man. I don't play. I don't play, baby. I don't play. All right, Lil Josiey, Sober Exposure. We love you, and we'll see you back here again, and we'll do another another song for the next album, right?
Yeah, thank you for existing, Jen. I'm super glad that you allowed me to be on here. So thank you.
I'm honored. Thank you, and thank you. Keep inspiring because we need you. We need you. All right.
All right.
Sober Exposure, Lil Josiey, Jen Wild out.
Peace.
Need more? Of course you do. The show's all about needing more. Go to my website at soberexposure.show or get stuck on my Instagram at soberexposure_podcast.